We've all known that feeling, that specific moment. You're holding a piece of yourself, a secret, a hope, maybe just a desire to connect, and you're about to offer it to someone else.
It feels like leaning over a precipice.
Exactly, because you know that putting your trust in the wrong hands means watching that part of you just fall.
And this is the constant hidden work of being human, isn't it? This internal tug of war between opening yourself up and just completely sealing yourself off.
You're always toggling between trusting too fast and getting hurt, or trusting not at all and feeling, well, totally alone.
And what's really clear from the sources is that this isn't just a mental game. Your body is all in.
Tell us a bit about that, the sort of physics of trust. Because if our walls are that high, they have to be built out of more than just thoughts.
Right. When you genuinely trust someone, your brain's reward centers, what we can call your emotional safety zones, they literally light up. They fire.
Creating that warm feeling.
That's the one. It's chemical. It's your body telling you you are safe here. But the second betrayal hits, it's like a physiological shutdown. Just like that. Those zones go dark instantly. And you feel that deep, violating pain because your entire nervous system is screaming at you, stop, protect yourself now.
Which explains why the walls feel like such a necessity, not just a choice. So today, we're doing a deep dive into that. We're looking at those foundational experiences, the friend who let you down, the partner who wasn't honest, the job that just broke your confidence, and seeing how that history has built your trust style today.
And the mission here is pretty straightforward. First, identify what your default style is. And second, understand what past injury it's still trying to protect you from.
So we can turn that automatic learned caution into a conscious, intentional choice.
When we say learned caution, what we're really talking about is data points.
Data points.
Yeah, every time you were manipulated, every time someone didn't show up for you, that became a piece of data. It went into your internal algorithm. So now every new person is in a blank slate.
They're a gamble, weighed against a whole database of past losses.
Exactly.
Okay, so if that database builds our walls, how do we start to, measure them? The source material breaks this down into 4 key dimensions, right?
Right. The first is your initial assessment. This is basically your gut reaction to a new person. Is your default green light new friend? Or is it more like red flag, stranger danger?
It's about how quickly you let someone into your space.
Then you have vulnerability and privacy. How quickly do you share the deep stuff? Are you an open book from day one, or are your secrets locked in a vault that takes years to crack?
And the third one feels critical: conflict and forgiveness.
Oh, it's huge. This is what happens when trust gets tested. Someone lets you down. Do you forgive easily, assume it was a one-off?
Or do you pull up the drawbridge? Block, delete, walls up.
Exactly. It shows how much proof you need to believe the best in someone versus assuming the worst.
And the last one is skepticism. This is about how you process good things like praise or teamwork.
Do you take a compliment at face value? Or does your internal monitor start scanning for the catch, thinking, okay, what do they really want?
These 4 dimensions mix together to create your personal trust style.
And that's our map for today. We're going to walk through 6 main profiles, moving from the most open all the way to the most guarded.
Let's start with the most optimistic pole, the open-hearted optimist.
Right. This profile is, it's beautiful in its way. Their initial assessment is always set to green light. They see the good first. They believe in people almost instinctively.
Their kindness is a genuine gift to the world.
It is. But the danger is in their vulnerability. They often give too much, too soon, before the other person has really earned the right to hold something so precious.
So when they get hurt, the pain is intense.
It's brutal because their safety zones were fully lit up and then just extinguished. The key for this style isn't to become cynical. It's just to slow down a bit.
Say yes to the right people, not just everyone.
Exactly, the ones who've shown they're consistent.
Okay, moving inward from that extreme, we get to what the sources call the ideal, the healthy skeptic.
This is the balance point. They're friendly, but they are deeply observant. Their past has taught them to watch and listen.
So how do they manage those 4 dimensions?
Masterfully, really. Their initial assessment is open, but that skepticism dimension is always running quietly in the background. Not as suspicion, but as observation.
So they give people a chance.
They do, but they wait for actions to match words. That caution is a shield, not a flaw. The only small risk for the healthy skeptic is getting stuck in that testing phase forever.
Forcing good people to prove themselves over and over again.
Right. At some point, you have to learn when to relax the test and just let those safety zones stay lit.
Next up is the guarded realist. The walls are a little thicker here.
They're thicker but not impenetrable. This style is all about a slow, deliberate pace. They are watching your actions very, very closely.
Inconsistency is a deal breaker.
A huge one. They let very few people into that inner circle because, for them, safety comes way before speed. And that caution protects them from a lot of pain.
But there's a question they have to ask themselves.
A critical one. Is this wall actually helping you connect with the right people who are out there? Or is it keeping you stuck in a kind of self-imposed isolation?
Now we're moving into the territory of serious fortification.
Yeah, these next two styles are almost always linked to significant past trauma and a deep psychological need to regain control.
Let's start with the walled fortress.
Okay. This person has been hurt, probably repeatedly, and their response is to become extremely self-reliant. Distance is their survival tool.
The logic is simple. If no one gets close, no one can inflict that pain ever again.
That's it. They've essentially decided that the only person they can truly count on is themselves. The benefit is, a feeling of safety and control. But the cost is immense loneliness.
Because you're so focused on preventing the next betrayal.
That you miss the good, consistent people who might already be there, showing up for you. The work for this style isn't to tear down the wall. It's maybe to find one tiny crack for one person who has truly earned it.
And that brings us to the most protected, the most extreme style, the lone wolf.
For the lone wolf, the data points of betrayal are so numerous, so deep, that the very concept of trust is often gone.
Every motive is questioned. Skepticism is at 100% all the time.
It's a stance born from profound experience, and it does grant them maximum control over their emotional world. But life feels incredibly heavy. It's tense, it's isolated. You can never, ever relax.
So where does someone like that even begin?
The first step has to be microscopic. It's not about trusting the world. It's about finding one safe person, maybe a therapist, maybe one highly vetted friend, just creating a single small pocket of safety.
But it's not always so clear-cut, is it? There's a nuanced style, the flexible trust profile.
Yes, this is so fascinating. These are the people who get mixed results on quizzes because their trust style changes depending on the environment.
So you could be an open-hearted optimist at work with your team.
But a complete walled fortress in your romantic relationships. You might trust your best friend with your life, but second-guess every kind word from a new partner.
And that's not wrong. It just means your trust system was shaped by very different experiences in different parts of your life.
It's an adaptive system, but it can feel really confusing from the inside. Why am I so open here but so closed off over there?
The key thing to remember, really, for any of these styles is that there's a reason for it.
A deep psychological reason. Your style, no matter how messy it feels, was built to keep you safe. There's no moral judgment. Everyone is just trying to feel secure in a world that often feels very insecure.
And that's the insight that lets you ask the most important question, especially if you're that flexible trust type.
Right. The question is, when you feel yourself holding back, what's the real cause? Is it something this person is doing right here, right now?
Or is it the shadow of your past? An old wound getting triggered by a new, totally unrelated situation?
And we don't need to change everything overnight. Growth here is about small, deliberate steps. It's about figuring out which parts of your style are still serving you.
Like the observation skills of the healthy skeptic.
Exactly. Keep that. But maybe start letting go of the automatic, fear-based reactions that are just holding you back. One honest moment, one safe connection. That's how you start.
So let me leave you with a final thought on this. If trust is that lighting up of emotional safety zones in the brain, think about the difference between someone earning safety versus you allowing safety.
That's a powerful distinction.
Most of us in the more guarded camps, we make people constantly prove themselves. We put them through test after test to earn our trust.
But what if you shifted your focus? What if, instead of always looking for the hidden motive, you just started noticing that consistency and allowing that good, safe feeling to grow when they show up for you time and time again? How would that change who you decide to let into the light?
It changes everything. The ultimate goal, no matter where you're starting from, is to make sure your trust decisions are a conscious choice you're making today, not just an automatic reaction to the fears of yesterday. That awareness, that's where real safety begins.